Good morning YouTube, welcome to the channel. Hope you're having an awesome day. Today we are at, can't really see it, Ford in Mariental again, and fuck, this car is gorgeous. Holy shit. I fucking love this car. Anyway, so we are at Ford Mariental and we are getting some work done. We're installing a catch can. We're installing a baffle plate on the PCV side. Tell you more about that later. We are also installing colder plugs and getting an oil change. So yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good. One of the reasons I do not have a slammed car, it makes it a lot easier to get onto shit. As always, it's very important to get that oil filter out. Now that oil is brown. It's got 7,000 kilometers on there, which is about 4,000 miles if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, need to get an oil change every few months or so. But after you do that, just undo that plug there and the sump will drain. Wait for it.
Wat die zak het zo niet gedaan. Boom.
Easier said. Easier said than done. Close the new filter, got a new sump plug, it's all good. Motograph oil going in. Looks like piss going in, comes out pitch black on the other side.
That's the funny thing actually. If you get cleaner fuel, it will be a little bit better.
Yeah, Namibian fuel sucks. Can't get premium here, guys. Guys living in the United States, we don't get E85 and we don't get premium fuel. Shit. But yeah.
Welcome to Africa.
First part. Benny, what are we doing first? Are we doing the plugs or are we doing the catch can?
We can do the plugs first.
Do the plugs first, yeah. Awesome stuff.
Wat die? Kijk hoe is op. Als we die ding afvallen.
Yeah, the coil pack. Oh, yeah, that's the thing. So basically, guys, when you do the plugs, you need to remove the midsection of the intake tube. Basically, it's just two bolts, and you remove the clamp, loosen the clamp here, and loosen the clamp on the other side. That's how you remove it. If you do have an aftermarket intake, probably just to undo it here and try and push it to that side. That'll be the best because it is a solid tube. But kudos to the guys at Ford for thinking about this. So these are the coil packs. Underneath the coil pack is a spark plug. And 4 coil packs you have to undo. So we're just moving out some of the harnesses, some of the wiring out of the way. Hopefully get in there. So in order to install your plugs, just pull back on the white pin, and there we go. That's the coil pack unplugged. And then basically all that's left is you just unscrew them and pull them out. Just remove the plugs. According to Mountain, the gap is 0.028 inches for the Focus ST, and that equates to about 0.71 millimeters. So that should be your gap size. Remember that do not use a coin cell gapper, guys. You will fuck up the iridium tip. So manipulate the ground electrode and don't come anywhere near the tip. I'm sure there's a sex joke in there somewhere. So what Benny is doing here, he's hand tightening each and every plug, so that way there's no chance of like cross-threading it, because you'll feel it with your fingers. It'll reach a point where it doesn't want to turn, and then you just have to undo it and then try again. Don't do this with a ratchet. Benny recommends doing this like literally with your fingers and then just giving it like a quarter turn afterwards, just to make sure it's seated properly and tight, and that should be about it. And then you're good to go. Also, guys, some websites recommend, if you do want to use a torque wrench, they recommend 10 foot-pounds, which is 14 Newton meters. Don't go more than that. Yeah. Also, don't use dielectric grease or anti-seize with these plugs. it's not necessary. So yeah, and change them out. What, mine were running almost 30,000 kilometers and they were looking good. So yeah, you see there, tighten them with the ratchet, make sure half turn, that's it, sorted, perfect. I do need to upgrade these coils at some point, get the Focus RS coils, but that is currently not in the budget. I'm actually done spending money on this car. Fucking hell. The plugs are in, they are connected back in, you just push in these tabs, it's in there. So we got that sorted. I'm not sure how long you need to run your plugs. I'd say probably have them, I don't know, depends on your application really. If you're running more boost, more power, you probably need to change them more often. But yeah, also here we go, next part, the big part, the catch can and the baffle plate. So huge shout out to my boy Karl, and I think I'm gonna put the Instagram handle on the screen as well. Karter Performance SA, Radium Engineering, made in Oregon. Oliver Reyes, dude, comes from your state, buddy. Are busy with the installation of the PCV side catch can. Remember, this is the PCV line that vents under vacuum. That's normal driving. It's not wide open throttle. Shit, we got it out, guys. I'm not sure if you can see it on the inside. We do have oil on the intake manifold. Basically, we'll just put a solvent in there, just rinse it out. Throttle body, we do need to clean it up. Will need to take the throttle body off. Luckily, it's just 4 bolts. Take that off from the intake manifold and just clear that out. I'm not sure where that is. And then the big one, the valves. We need to look at the valves and see how they look. Okay, we got the fuel rail, the injectors. Okay, Benny, how do those valves look, buddy?
Nah, not too good. There's some oil in there. The intake ports are rather clean here, but
the valves are fucked.
Yeah, the valves
look coked.
There's something that looks a little bit strange on the valves there. Almost like they've got water or something on it, but I think it's the oil that's sitting on the valves.
I think it could be. I see it shining there. I see it shining there. Fucking hell, Chana.
Now we're gonna get that cleaned up just now.
We're gonna get that cleaned out. We're gonna take a closer inspection, guys. But this is it. It is a bitch to get most of these plugs out. I would recommend doing it with somebody just to help you. Maybe someone with big hands, someone with small hands. In this case, I've got the little bitch ass hands and Benny's got the bigger hands. When someone gives a shit about their work when they wrap it really tightly. I mean, someone cares, even if it's just with packing material. It's a good sign. It's a good sign.
Make sure it doesn't get any scratches on.
Yeah, and this is aluminium, cast aluminium, huh? The rest is fucking plastic, eh? Composite.
The funny thing about all of this is this thing looks so nice and you're never going to see it.
You're never going to see it. That's
it's going to be hidden behind the intake manifold. So
it's such a shame, you know. All the nice parts are always.
The gasket. Did they send a new gasket?
They sent.
Or are we? No.
I think we probably have to reuse that one.
Let me just quickly take a look and see if it's going to fit there.
There looks nothing else in that box. Guys, remove the OEM gasket from the OEM baffle plate. Just remove it and put it on. So basically, another thing, this controller that sits here on the fan, what you need to do is you need to unplug it from the tabs here, cut the left hand side or the side closest to the throttle body, cut that off slightly, and then you just reposition it and use cable ties and just put it up back there and just tie it up out of the way. The mounting bracket, 2 M6 bolts are supplied. So basically now once you've removed the controller out of the way, you have those mounting tabs and that's good to go. So you just put in those ones there, and you can see there, and there's another one in there. There you see it as well. I'm sorry the camera's upside down, I'm so sorry. There you can see it. That's the other bolt. Here's this one, and obviously with this guy here, that bolt you took out there is going to come in there. Okay, so guys, as you can see, this is it. Looks really nice. This is how it should be. We should try and fit it now and see how it goes, but this is what it should look like. You can see we taped up the ports here, we turned the crank pulley, and we closed the intake valves on cylinder 1. I'm not sure you can see in there the carbon buildup that is accumulated in there. It's quite a lot. So now we're going to use carb cleaner brush. We're going to brush most of it out, blow it out, and get most of the gunk away from this place. Remember to tape up the other cylinders, that way you don't get anything up in there, because they will be open. Some of them will be open. Now basically Benny is just going to clean this one out. It's going to grab the light, just try and get most of it out. The gunk isn't too bad, but it is a problem. But we're just going to get most of it out today. That way, oh, he's got a text. Poor wife Benny. Anyway, so I got a text, got most of it. Get that one out. Have a look at it. Add some more of that, and see how that looks. Looks much nicer. Hold on, let me just grab the light. Yep, there's a lot of evaporating going on there, evaporation, and I don't know, it's fizzing. It looks good.
Looks a little bit better, a lot better.
It looks a lot better. It looks a lot better. Awesome stuff. And then after the excess brake cleaner, what are we going to do with that? We're just going to blow it out. Also guys, don't use anything like a wire brush that you use for to clean the barrel of a gun. You might scrape the valve stems. That'll cause a lot more problems for you, so don't do that.
It's going to cause excessive wear on your valve guides.
In your valve guides, precisely. So use something soft like a toothbrush. I don't know, a butt brush. Do they make those? Comment below if they make butt brushes. So what Benny is doing is he's going to clean out the intake manifold. There's oil in here. As you can see the oil, but there is oil in here, so it's going to just blow it out with a little bit of carb cleaner, engine cleaner, any solvent or brake cleaner. It's just to clear out that oil so you have a brand new system, and that's going to be that. And obviously it will be at the bottom of the throttle body as well. This is a fly-by-wire throttle body, so it's not cable collected. Oh, here you can see the oil. By the way, we speak. Oh, there it is. Look at that shit there. It is gunk brown. That's not what you want in your intake manifold, and that's what the catch can is going to help you with. All the excess carbon is gone from the valve stems. It's gone from the top of the valves, and the intake tract is clean. I'm very happy with the job. It looks good. Now basically it's just time to assemble. Catch can is fitted. It's gonna put on the belly pan. After the belly pan is gonna go to the wash bay. It's gonna get washed, detailed properly. That is it, guys. That's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I just want to give a big shout out to C+G Motors in Mariental. They did an awesome job. I love what they did. I really enjoyed their service, and they gave me a good deal, gave me a good price. They'll do custom jobs for you as well. Bring your car here, get it serviced at C+G Mariental in Namibia. I'll have all the info in the description below. Also, I want to send a huge shout out to Karter Performance for shipping out my parts. Thank you so much for watching. If you do like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. And as always, have a great day. See you next time.